Happy New Year, Popcorn Junkies. I think this is possibly the first trailer reaction that we've done in the new year, isn't it? I think it is. And it's kind of appropriate because I look like the Living Dead. And this is a reaction to the latest trailer for the latest Evil Dead film. This film is called Evil Dead Rise. I've noticed, I think is this the fifth film or the sixth film? I think it's the fifth installment in the Evil Dead sort of franchise. There was the Evil Dead, there was Evil Dead 2, I think there was Army of Darkness, I think there was just Evil Dead without the Evil Dead, and now there's Evil Dead Rise. I think one important thing to say, and I've often mentioned this, is that the first Evil Dead film, the film that was directed by Sam Raimi, for me was one of the most innovative, scary, creative, and in many regards funny, but within which where the funniness and the humour didn't undercut the horror. There were ridiculous moments. I seem to remember it was the Evil Dead in which a head of a zombie is sort of trapped in the trapdoor of the floor and they squeeze it and then the eye flies out and it pops into someone's mouth or something like that. Obviously little devices like the chain camera or the low to the floor POV camera running through the woods up towards the Evil Dead cabin in the wood. You know, they did that by having a long plank of wood or piece of wood and balancing or positioning the camera in the middle so that sense of a was got from the wood actually bouncing like that. And whilst I've probably mentioned this before, although there was a dedicated editor, obviously, of The Evil Dead, the first film, the editing assistant was, of course, Joel Cohen, who is one half of the Coen brothers. And if you check out the Coen brothers' first film, Blood Simple, the style, the look, the feel, the music even, owes a lot, actually, I think, to The Evil Dead. I think Blood Simple came out around 84, 85, was it 86? And the first Evil Dead came out in 1981. So, isn't it, for me, whenever I hear The Evil Dead as a franchise, I think, oh, no, that's quite creative. That's one of the creative ones. I kind of, that was my sort of first kind of, you know, like lots of people like The Exorcist, or it was Repulsion, or it was Friday the 13th, or it was Halloween. I mean, Halloween was a key one for me. For my generation, I was 11 when The Evil Dead came out, and that was it for me. But I think also The Evil Dead, was it not one of the original official video nasties? I think there was a lack of understanding around how this was actually almost piss-takey as well as anything else. And I think Army of Darkness, the third film in the franchise, really went to town on that humour. So this is a new version. Warner Brothers have landed a red band trailer. I get very excited about red band trailers because it just means that I can be a naughty boy, and obviously it's not going to be for the faint-hearted. So, as I understand it, this is going to pivot around motherhood. I think it's about a sister visiting another sister who's a mother in an apartment or flat or something in LA. They discover, not surprisingly, there's something in the cellar, a book, something like that. And you know, that whole kind of basement underneath the house thing, which is a main shtick, isn't it, in most horror films, was so brilliantly, I thought, reinvented and rejuvenated and given life in the recent film Barbarian, which, if you haven't seen, is available to stream. I think it's on Disney Plus, actually, on Star. Do check it out, Barbarian. I got the girls to watch it over Christmas and they were like, oh wow, Dad, that really is good. It's a cracking film. So this is Evil Dead Rise, rather, like an instruction. Let's check this out.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream. It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies. So that we could stay one happy family.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother,
What is this, Daddy?
A book with veins.
what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
I'm getting us out of here. I promise.
You'd be a good mom someday, Honeybeth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know how to lie to kids. Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
What will be, will be.
Jesus Christ. Well, you are definitely getting a sense of the humour in there. My God. I like the camera. I like the look of it. I like the colour. I like the clever use of music. That suggests that you're in sort of like capable kind of, self-referential, kind of able to riff on the whole horror genre kind of hands. This isn't going for the obvious. This is, it's lots of gags in there about parenting and domesticity. Obviously the scrambled egg from hell at the beginning there. I mean, egg after egg. And then the sound of the egg being used as that brilliant sort of ticking clock of gloom and doom that's coming towards you. Then you had a book with veins on it. I mean, the idea that a book has veins on it, and then obviously all sorts of black magic in there. Then the peephole, the spy hole in the door looking out. I think they missed a trick there with the trailer. I think perhaps they shouldn't have had the moment where her arm came round, because I've seen a photo still of the mother looking through the spy hole back at her daughter, and that's really unsettling. And her voice there is really unsettling. Nothing that a kiss from you wouldn't sort. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then, of course, the voice coming out of what appears to be the zombified version of Mum in the bath saying mother's been taken or is with the worms or is being eaten with the worms now. Fucking horrendous. A reference there to The Shining with the blood coming out of that sort of grate and everything like that. Set design looks good. I think it's going to be jump scare city. I think there's going to be jokes in there. I mean, there was a great line there from the child about you're going to make a great mother. Maybe that's to her aunt because you lie to kids. It's that idea that we do lie to children, and lying is a huge part of actually getting kids through the madness of life. Wow, I'm going to be honest. I like the look of that. I think I would definitely go out on a late night to watch that with about 6 cans of Diet Coke or Iron Brew Light and have a rip-roaring good time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.